The following program contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Behind the Streams, where we interview amateur streamers, learn about their stream, life, and more. Now, welcome our hosts, Cameron and Terminalogic.
Welcome to episode 5 of Behind the Streams. I'm your host, Cameron, and as always, I'm here with co-host Terminalogic. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Doing not bad, I guess.
Did you have a good holiday?
Oh, well, I mean, the holiday period was good, but Christmas, I kind of slept through it.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It was kind of my own fault, though, because I was kind of up with you guys until like 7 o'clock, and I went to sleep and got woke up at 8:30, so...
Yeah, I think I was up till like 4 a.m., then I went to bed, woke up like 8:30. I took like a little nap at like, I don't know, it was maybe 1:30 or so. My wife wasn't too happy.
I would like to say I took a little nap, but it turned into like 5 hours. Whoopsie!
I did see though that you added a new member to your family.
There is a new member to my family, yes.
A little kitty.
It's a little kitty cat.
Yeah, she's adorable. It's a she, right?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, it's a she.
Oh.
Her name is Delilah.
Yeah, I turned into a big wimp there for a second. I was like, oh God. Nothing wrong with that, I guess.
Your daughter got a
Yeah.
woofer, right?
Got a Siberian Husky, little puppy. She's about a little over 2 months old now. But yeah, I love her to death. I've
Aw.
always wanted a husky my whole life, so getting her was a
that's
dream
not...
for me too. So.
He is your Christmas present, but it's really
much.
mine.
Next time, buying her a new computer.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean the whole time around it's been fun. Yeah, like I went out afterwards, spent most of my Christmas money that I got.
Nice.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
I heard you got some new kicks.
I did get some new kicks.
Nice.
Yeah, Adidas Originals,
Sweet.
blue
Sweet.
suede.
Nice. Blue suede shoes. Little Elvis going on
Exactly. That I started singing it as soon as I opened the box.
there.
Yeah, but they're pretty dope.
Nice. Which I guess the reason that we were up so late was because we were playing the division. What are you like?
That would have done
Are you
it.
liking it
Yeah.
pretty good?
I mean, I want to say I like it, but I've not really got to do any missions of my level yet
Right.
because I keep playing it with you and Jukes and Terminal, and you guys are like max level, and here's me, little rank 12.
Well, I'm like level 22.
And then-
or something. But I've played before
Well,
on PlayStation and PS4. I have like 2 level 30 characters. But
well, that'll do it. But now we've got Vlad joining us too, playing it. So
that'll definitely help us out.
and that we played that one mission that got him right up to rank 9
Yeah. Just off that one mission.
straight away.
Which that was like a level 20 mission. So, see, if we have a level 30 that's geared up a little bit, we can power level through the whole game to get level 30 within about 4 hours. Like, I powered leveled my daughter in 3.5 hours on PS4 because I was geared up. Yeah.
Really?
We basically powered through all the missions, and I would fast travel to each mission as they would come along, and then, like I said, within like right at 3 hours 45 minutes, she was level 30.
Wow. We need to do that with Jaeger. Just get Jaeger
Right.
to do it all for us.
Need to for sure. But yeah, other than that, just getting ready for the new year and 2019.
Yeah, well, I hear quite a few people say all that bullshit, New year, new me. But is it really?
No, it's you're the same person.
You're still the same person. I mean, yeah, you might have a new set of priorities that you've got to do for New Year, but you're still the same human being.
You might go on a diet for about 2 weeks. About it.
2 weeks? I can't last 2 days. It's like, right, diet. Ooh, that pizza looks good.
I was trying the pizza diet. I succeeded.
Yeah, I've tried that seafood diet, but it didn't work out very well. Turns out seafood diet isn't just you see the food that you eat. Apparently it's about fish or something.
I made that mistake too.
So I wondered why I was piling on more pounds.
Holiday season, gotta love it.
Yeah, I've eaten so much shit. I've eaten so much chocolate.
I probably should not eat any more chocolate for the rest of this year and next year. Way too much.
I want to say that, but it's so good.
That's a lie on my part. It won't happen.
Have you got anything planned for early next year, or are you just taking it as it comes?
Probably around mid-February. Actually, my daughter will start playing softball again, so I'll be back to coaching. I actually coach on her high school team as one of the assistant coaches. So looking forward to that another season. So we play a lot of travel ball too. So her ball season lasts about 8-9 months total.
Oh, right.
We'll take off a couple months in the summer, or a couple weeks, sorry, and then go from there. But it's a lot of fun. I love doing it.
It sounds pretty dope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm the only thing I'm looking forward to for next year is the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Probably the only thing I'm looking forward to up to now.
I take mine in stages. Like the next thing I'm looking forward to, like with you, Super Bowl. After that, it'll be ball is kind of a grind, so it's not like something that I'm like personally, just for me alone looking forward to. That's something that like collectively, me and my daughter. I mean, I still enjoy it a lot, but something we do together really. After that's like E3. I always watch E3. And then like Gamescom after that, stuff like that.
All right, yeah. Well, I can't really plan stuff like that because I'm boring. I don't do anything at all. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to the warmer weather so I can get back into my plane spotting. But yeah, the main thing up to now that's coming up is the Super Bowl. Not to say my team's going to be in it because it's looking very unlikely, but
probably not going to be the Patriots this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are playing we're playing the LA Chargers next, which is tomorrow, which will be the day that this gets released. So today.
That's awesome.
We've only won 6 games and they've won 11, so not looking too good.
Not looking too hot.
I mean, but miracles happen, right?
Not that big of a miracle.
Yeah, so that's that. Okay, so let's see who we have on today's episode of Behind the Streams.
Standing over in a nightgown, she's got the phone
On today's podcast, we talk to a man with many faces and children. He is OnFire53. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, OnFire. How you doing, bud?
Doing all right. So this is behind the streams, huh?
It sure is. I'm
Well,
sure.
I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here too. I'm sure you've heard the previous episodes that we've got up currently.
Yes, I have. Been following.
Been following, great. What do you think of the episodes that we've got up currently?
I think it's good. I definitely like the information that comes from the people that you interview. The questions that you ask are definitely riveting. So just keep it up.
Yeah, I think the questions that we have go into some deep detail, but not too deep to make people feel uncomfortable.
So how long have you been streaming?
So off and on, probably for the last 5 years. I originally started on the YouTube platform when they first released streaming, and then caught wind of Twitch and went straight to there.
Yeah, YouTube streaming is a little interesting. I find it a different type of audience. It's a little different.
It's way different. Two entirely different type of platforms. And you wouldn't really think that YouTube would have a streaming section on it if you just are a primary video user.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
I actually
And,
understood how the YouTube one works. I've tried it and I was like, whoa, what?
I think they definitely go on like it's a production for you to compose a video live on their website versus where Twitch it's a live action type of thing.
Right.
I think a lot of people on YouTube tend to use it to record and don't even pay attention to like the chat or anything like that. And the chat is essentially comments, which is interesting. Those comments then stay with that video once it's released.
All right.
Yeah, and you can have those like super users and stuff.
Are those like the
Definitely
guys who
different for
donate
sure.
to you?
I think
Well, that
so.
came after Twitch. That definitely came after, they were like, oh no, Twitch is definitely stepping up their game and getting bigger than us. So then they had to add some type of way for you to donate within YouTube. That wasn't there in the beginning.
What actually got you into streaming?
What got me into streaming? So, I was bored, out of my mind. I was making YouTube videos, and I figured, why not try to do it live? And once I did it, I loved it. I didn't necessarily have people watching the first time, but it made me feel like I needed to be more interactive with the video that I was creating, because essentially I was going to upload it to YouTube anyway. So yeah, I like the interaction that I get from it. Even if nobody's there, I'm interacting with myself, and it can be fun.
Yeah, and I really love your roleplay stuff. That's great. It's I was watching one the other day where you were a EMS person and you were doing a funeral. that was pretty great.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Was that back?
Was really fun.
Was that the one back when Armor, or was it a more recent?
Yeah, that was it. Arma.
Yeah. It was when people on stretchers, and the stretchers were super glitchy in the game, and you could simply just pull the stretcher out of the vehicle with the people on it, and then the stretcher would just roll down the hill. That's essentially what I did.
Yes. I remember watching that live on stream. That was. I should believe I did that.
Something that you shouldn't do. I mean, in real life, you wouldn't do that, but I took a stab. Whatever. It was fun. People enjoyed it.
Yeah, and also, that's kind of where I come from as well. Is I do a lot of RP as well, so being able to see that and everybody getting into it was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. it's tough these days with role playing and being a streamer because finding places to be able to do that and have consistency, have people that are willing to interact with you that much. It's rare these days.
Yeah, very, very rare. Mainly because, really kind of comes down to there's a lot of people out there that don't really understand how to role play. They're used to
The old
the
school understand
GTA,
play.
Right.
Yeah, nobody knows the old school understanding of it.
Yeah, like 5 years into role playing myself, I still struggle. I'm always learning still.
We all are. We have to evolve with it. The old school way may not be the way that we need to do it now. Maybe we need to change it up. There's people that aren't willing to change either, so it's a split.
Yeah, definitely. I've known you for a good few years now. I know your personalities. Yes, plural. And this question might not really be anything that's affected you while streaming, but if it has, how have you got how do you get over the nerves of hitting the go live button?
Well, I mean, no, it definitely pertains to me. Um, I have things that stop me going on in the background. I have um, a condition, a disorder, whatever you want to call it. I'm bipolar, and I have high anxiety majority of the time. Uh, Streaming is nerve wracking. Won't lie. Sometimes going to hit that button, my heart's racing, type of thing. So a lot of it's just mind over matter. That puts play to everything in life. Um, and it definitely does help. Breathing, of course, helps. But just knowing that you're doing it because it's fun for you to do it. It's if you're doing it for any other reason, then it's probably harder for you to hit that live button because you probably have to do a whole bunch of system checks. Oh my God, is everything ready? If you're doing it just for fun, you know, you'll just go with it.
Yeah, exactly. And no, I can understand that for sure. Now, when it comes to streaming, um, do you feel like you're ready if, let's say, you have this a massive raid or something where you have 10,000 people watching you all of a sudden? Do you feel like you're ready for that personally?
I've had it happen before. But yeah,
Nice.
no, definitely. There's a couple occasions in the times that I streamed where it was just the right moment. Um, and one that I remember very vividly is Mike the Bard, who used to be TVS BOH, um, rated me. And at the time, he
Nice.
wasn't as big as he is now, but I mean, he was big. To me,
Mhm.
anyway, he was big. I watched him for a long time grow. And I was getting ready to end my stream. And of course, that's the worst time for it to happen because you're already in the mindset of getting off the stream. But ultimately, it made me stay. It made me continue because I wanted to, show everybody, what my stream was about and have more fun because I was already having a blast, but I don't even know why I was getting off. I think I already fulfilled a couple hours of streaming and I was just like, yeah, maybe I should just get off. And then that happened and it made the stream go even further.
Nice.
But it's definitely exciting. It's you know full adrenaline rush, and you're so appreciative of that person that rated you. Um, but I don't need the number to have fun streaming, so I try to avoid that number. By the way, like I completely don't even look at it. That's a hard thing to do, but um, I think it's liable.
Yeah, and whenever I've ever streamed, I've done the same thing. I just ignore the number because there could be 0 people there or 20 people there. You have to be the same character, same person.
The way I always tell everybody is you act like there's 100 people or 50 people there.
Right.
There's always somebody watching.
Whenever when it comes to streaming, do you have any horror stories that you kind of experienced over the past 4 or 5 years you've been streaming?
I've never had any nip slips. I've never had any, you know, something happened drastic where, I needed to get out because it was an emergency and had it appear on stream. But I've had the trolls, I've had the people that came in and made me really mad. But nothing major, nothing traumatic that would stop me from streaming again.
Nothing
just
too
a matter of
embarrassing or anything like that.
now. Crap, half my life is online.
Right.
I even did on YouTube. I was doing vlog series and I was documenting my life, possibly at the worst time of my life. I was going through a divorce and just crazy stuff was happening in my life at that time, and yet I kept on vlogging it. If I was to go back there and watch it, I'd be like, "Holy crap, this guy's crazy," But no, to embarrass me, I get more embarrassed in real life situations than I do with what goes online. It's kind of weird like that. I don't know how to explain it. I get more embarrassed when I go out into public than I do if I do something online.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I would like to say I'm the same, but I'm the complete opposite. I don't give a crap what people think of me outside of my house or behind the beyond the computer. But as soon as I come to talking to someone over the internet, I'm like, oh fuck, what do I say?
It's like talking to somebody online that's millions. That's really far. Hundreds or thousands of miles away. You're never going to see them unless, something miraculous happens. They're not going to show up at your doorstep because you said something to them online. Granted, yeah, you got people that go and find your IP if they really don't like you and get your address and share it with the world. That might be a traumatic experience. But until that happens,
Yeah, you just got to be
I don't care.
careful.
I don't care what you think of me online. If you show up at my door, though, rest assured you better be prepared to stare down something.
Right.
So, to oppose that question that Terminal asked you, what's the best thing that's happened to you on a stream?
The best. Let's be fair here. I'm not like a streamer that streams every day. I do it when I can, type of thing. And there's sporadic points to my streams. I think probably the best thing that's happened would be the fact that I had people in my stream. I can't go and say, "Oh my god, my first donation." Because I don't require people to donate to me. I don't go and ask for it. And that's just out of the kindness of their hearts. I've never made great money, off of streaming, but just having people there interacting with me. There's been a few times during my streaming adventure that I've had some really great conversations, found people that I still talk to this day from streaming. those are probably the best moments of streaming that I can think of. I can't come up with just one.
All right, so it's a very different approach to what some other people would say, I guess, because if I was to ask anyone else, they'd probably say, "Oh, my first sub," or "the time I got hosted by Mr. Beast." But that's
That'd be great.
I know, wouldn't it?
How many times can you blink, right?
But the fact that you said that the people tuned into your stream to watch you is one of the best things to ever happen. I can't agree more with that.
Just have one person come up to my stream. I'm happy, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Love your face. Just show up. That's all that I care about. I mean, it's great streaming for me, but it's also great streaming for you.
It's beyond respectable to be that way. Not like, I had one viewer, blah 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 blah. I'm done.
Yeah,
You're doing it for the wrong reasons, really. If you're kind of doing it for money, but at the end of the day, sure, it'd be great to supplement income, but
I mean, don't get me wrong either. I have down days where I'm like, God damn, the stream sucked. It happened. I mean,
right.
I'm not happy go lucky every single stream. I mean, but I try to be. I try to, stay positive and just enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah, and every time I've tuned into your stream, I've always seemed to catch the happy side of OnFire, which I guess I'm lucky.
Yeah, no, I try not to stream when OnFire is not happy. Usually when I'm not happy, I don't hit that live button. I think about it. God, there's days and days where I think about, oh, should I stream this? Or, should I stream, period? Or I'll go on Twitter and I'll be like, oh, should I stream? Like, Twitter's really going to tell me, those are the bad days. But I try to avoid, if I'm going through anything negative, I don't want to cut it across to other people and make them feel negative if I can't be positive for them. So that's probably why I'm so sporadic at the same time too, because I mean, my days are up and down.
Yeah. So moving on to a question more about a stream layout, I guess. Looking at the more popular streamers such as Dr. Disrespect and Timac, for example, you see these with all this expensive equipment behind them on the webcams. They've got all this fancy software, all these fancy go happy doodah stuff that cost thousands of dollars. Do you think not having this equipment affects your stream at all?
I think it affects the personality. If you got the money, go for it. If you got the money to be able to just burn on all this expensive stuff to make you sound perfect, to make your stream look perfect, to make the game look perfect, do it. That's more power to you. You don't need it. I personally like going into a stream and looking at their graphics and, if they've done it themselves. That's fantastic. It's something that, that's your own artwork. If you go and buy a graphic or whatever, that's fine too. But if you have the money, go ahead and flaunt it. That's what you're doing essentially. I don't blame you for wanting to upgrade and improve your stream. If you got the willpower to do that, then do it. But you don't have to be rich to be a great streamer. You don't have to have all these great goodies to be great. You don't even have to have an overlay. You don't have to have anything other than a computer, a microphone, and your Twitch account. That's all you need.
Very, very true words. Very true words.
I mean, webcam helps too, but I mean, you don't need it. As long as
Yeah.
they can communicate with you and you're communicating back and they can hear you and you can read them. Because obviously they don't talk back to you.
Right. Now, whenever it
Yeah.
comes to a webcam, since you do a lot of RP stuff, do you think it's better to not have a webcam or to have a webcam whenever you're RPing?
I've tried both ways. Some people say that having a webcam off during RP preserves the immersion. I personally have found that I favor the camera to be on. I like to see the facial expressions. As you're playing the character, because with these RP games, you can't see the facial expressions.
Right.
So I want to see your facial expression as you're interacting with somebody. It's just like you going to a movie. How would you perceive someone that you can hear how they sound, but if you look at their face, it's completely emotionless. It doesn't give you that immersion.
Yeah, and
I
you kind
feel.
of get an instant result during that time instead of kind of imagining what's happening. Yeah,
Or
you're
even
exactly right on that.
you'd be confused too, because I mean, maybe somebody walked up to you in the game and sounds just like you. Who's talking?
Right. um,
Yeah.
whenever it comes to dealing with chat and the kind of the technology of everything, how do you deal with trolls? How what's your take on this? You have a bunch of people spamming your chat or something. How do you handle that?
Well, you got to embrace them. They're a viewer, whether they want to sit there and make fun of you or whatnot. If it gets to be so much that obviously they're harassing you, actually demeaning you, mute them. They're still sitting there watching your stream. They just can't talk to you. Some people can't do that, and I fully understand. That's why you go and get yourself some mods. You say,
Right.
hey, person, I trust you. If they say something that makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. Do something for me because I can't do it. I mean, don't be like so brass, but I mean, that's pretty much what the mods are there for. If you have people that come to your stream regularly and they are nice to you, they show up all the time, they participate, make them a mod, and they will do whatever they can. I guarantee you they will do everything that they can to make sure that they keep the place the same way that they came and found it in.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I've let them get to me before, the people that come in and try to crash your stream and stop you streaming or make you react to what they're saying. Um, Best advice is don't react. Kill them with kindness. Um, give them things. I mean, I've walked into a stream where there was trolls and there was people that were gifting the trolls subs.
Nice.
I mean, what troll wants to have a sub of somebody that they hate? Apparently, it's great.
That's awesome.
Make it a positive thing.
Troll
Yep.
the troll with kindness.
Yep. When it comes to games, what are you trying to stay on the variety side of things? Are you going to steer towards single games, or just stay in the RP realms? What games do you play basically, and what future games do you think you'll get into?
Well, if I tried to stay on the up and up, I'd be broker than I am.
I'm in there.
Yeah, so that's not even an option, and I don't recommend it to anybody. Number one, if you're streaming the latest and hottest game, guess what? You're going to be at the bottom of the barrel. There could be 100 people watching that game at that time of release, but guess what? They're not watching you. They're watching the top 5.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of statistics and knowledge. And then at the same time, you play a game that's has been out for ages, you're less likely gonna be getting anybody to come into your stream. But I play whatever I want to. I play what I feel. Games that I know, games that I love, games that I want to share. I don't pick them based off of, oh, well, you know what, this would be a better game to stream because whatever. No, if I have fun in the game, I'm going to play it,
Right.
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I really like that response a lot. I really do.
It's very straight to the point. Either you're not gonna get views because you're playing a brand new game, or you're playing a really old game that no one really thinks of anymore.
Nope.
Unless you're a speedrunner, and then
Unless you're a speedrunner.
It's different.
Yeah. What's what? Well, I guess what genre do you kind of like the best, or like you said, feeling whatever you feel like playing?
Yeah, it's whatever I feel like playing. I mean, I go through stages. I love RP. I love RP, but I'm not gonna, I haven't played any RP in a while because I just haven't found it. I'll tend to watch it before I play it. I would love to though. But yeah, I mean, I don't really play too many first person shooters. I like something that has a story behind it. I like open worlds. Things like that. Um I do every once in a while go back to Minecraft. That's
Nice.
a great game to go back to when you're on a hiatus for a while from it.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I love some
that's
Minecraft.
about it. Oh yeah.
Moving on to the section I like to call peeling back the layers.
Yes, peel back my layer, please.
What keeps you grounded in real life behind the computers and behind the internet?
Well, I am a father. So I constantly have some type of child or children near me. At the same time too, I know that I can't stream all the time, and I have other obligations in life that I have to take care of. Those always come first. But yeah, no, I have two children that are going to school, and I have one that's a stay-at-home child until he's old enough for school. Those keep me grounded majority of the time.
This next one is gonna be a really easy one for you to answer, I think. Just because of what the question is. So, I know you've already told us that you don't stream that often, but how do you balance streaming and home life?
I don't. It balances me. I don't balance it because I have no control. I don't have a schedule. If I did, I'd break it in a heartbeat. I mean, yeah, it's definitely life takes over everything else, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I haven't streamed in a while. Like it's been a while. I want to get back into it. Like I said previously too, it's in the back of my mind all the time. We're talking about it now. I want to stream now. Will I? Probably not.
I think you should. I think you
but-
should stream right after this interview. Just go for it.
Yeah, maybe. I'll think about that.
Yeah, definitely think about it for sure. Whenever you're streaming, and if somebody comes in and attacks you negatively, does that bother you on a personal level?
I hesitate because it's quick to say no.
Right.
You can't find a person that would honest to God tell you that when they read whatever words are being spit at them, that it doesn't affect them. But it's all on how you respond. It may be hurtful, it may be negative, it may put you in a mood. But here's the thing, you could just let that keep scrolling up the chat and not even acknowledge it.
That's very true.
And just act like it didn't happen. You could, bite the bullet and grin and say, "Oh, well, thank you." Completely defeats the purpose of why they even said it. It just goes back to what I had said previously too. It's you want to kill those types of people with kindness. They want a reaction out of you. That's why they do it. It's just like bullying in school. Unfortunately, this is a thing that happens all the time everywhere. If a bully goes up to you and they're poking you and they're prodding you, they're expecting a reaction, and that's what they get their thrill off of.
And they're hoping for a bad reaction most of the time.
Yeah, they want you to flip out. They want you to yell at them, call them names. It doesn't hurt them because they're the one triggering it.
Yep. You're exactly right. Moving on. Kind of in the future, what are your goals as a streamer moving into the future? And I mean, even if you're just taking one day at a time, what do you want to get out of your stream? How do you want your stream to be perceived if you were to grow even more and more?
Ultimately, I want to build a community. It's been a lifetime goal. It's just I want to be able to continue doing what I do streaming wise and having as much fun as I was before. I don't plan on getting big. I don't plan on becoming the next Twitch star. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm still going to keep on streaming.
I like that.
That's pretty much all I'm looking for. My next goal is to live button. That's my next because and then after, who knows?
And I think we both definitely look forward to that too.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. So, what is one of the biggest tips you can give an up and coming streamer?
The biggest tip is, I'm going to write out a whole bunch of tips for you. One, do it for fun, not for money. Two, don't expect a lot of viewership in the beginning, or don't expect any viewership at all. Number three, pick something that's easy for you to play and be able to talk with the people that are coming into your stream. Communication is key, just like in real life. The moment somebody says hello to you, you want to be very prompt and let them know that you're there and paying attention and you want to conversate with them too. Four, I guess I'm on now. I forgot already.
Yeah.
Just be positive. Have a positive outlook. Have a positive demeanor. Would you want to watch somebody that is monotone or, feeling down? Not to say feeling down is, a negative thing entirely. Everybody has that human emotion, but, try to keep everything upbeat and just, the most important one of all is just have fun. That's it. There's nothing more to it. People will have fun with you if you look like you're having fun too.
Exactly. If I go to Twitch, that's what I go for.
Yeah.
Go there, try to have some fun. So you're 100% right. All those.
most of the streamers that I follow on Twitch are the lower end of the spectrum. Mainly like the people who are just starting out or who are doing their own thing. So it's kind of the stuff I look forward to.
Yeah. Yep. When you're a small streamer, I mean, you're a small streamer. Act like it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
really, most of them are, at the end of the day, there are a lot of, I guess what they call diamonds in the rough out there that a lot of people don't see because they don't scroll past top 5, and just keep scrolling, people. Keep scrolling.
Just to wrap things up here as we get towards the end of the interview, I'm going to ask you a few more questions. These aren't as full on as the rest of the interview was. I'm sure you know that by now from the other episodes you've listened to, and I'm pretty sure you've.
I've come to expect anything.
Okay. So, what things do you have going on right now in real life that you would like to share with us and the people listening?
I mean, I usually have about 1,000,001 things going on in my life. But I could mention one present one, and that's that I'm creating a text-based RPG game, and I will be hopefully continuing to do so in the near future because it's
That's
fun
awesome.
and it's interesting. It's old school as fuck, but I mean, if you can read, put it that way. If you can read, you like to click buttons, or at least use your mouse. It's definitely interesting. It's called Unit 1588. And when everything is up and running, you'll be able to search it by that. But that's what I got going on right now. And then, of course, future streams. I might even stream the development of it. I don't know. That's a thing that I've been thinking about too.
Something I'd watch because I can vouch for this game, guys. I've been lucky enough to get out the early access to it from Mr. OnFire. He just shot me over the link one day and was like, "Hey, check this out." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty neat." And I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
He's gone from 1 page to about 5 or 6 pages in the game now, and it's fucking amazing.
That's sick. I definitely want to get my hands on that if I can, and I definitely would watch it if you would stream the dev of it. That'd be great.
I think it'd be interesting. I'm all about full transparency. I'm not a programmer by nature. I don't really know a whole lot of programming. I'm literally doing this probably in the worst way possible. Honestly, if some programmer came in and watched me dev this, they'd probably sit there and laugh in my face. But I don't care because I'm having fun doing the way I'm doing it. But yeah.
And with the advent of new game engines and technology, it's getting a lot easier to create games.
Yeah, it's just a matter of me wanting to sit down and watch a tutorial, I guess.
Yeah.
Where and how can we all find you on the social medias?
Okay, well, Twitch is twitch.tv/OnFire53. My Twitter handle is OnFire53Gaming. I mean, if you go to those places, you probably will find even more links that will then lead you to more links to whatever. I mean, sure, Google me, OnFire53, and see what pops up. Oh God, cringe.
Hey, but don't go too deep, guys. You might find some things you don't want to see.
Stay away from that rabbit hole.
18 plus.
But yeah, like always, we'll have those down below in the description underneath the podcast on YouTube, or wherever you're listening to it. Whether we decide to put it wherever it goes, but it will definitely be on YouTube.
So guys, I just want to say thank you for having me on your show.
I wanted to say thank you first.
I had to say it first.
You beat me to the bullet, man. What?
I wanted to be the one to say it, all right? It's probably not going to happen any other time on your show. You're probably always going to be the one to say it, but I wanted to say it.
Well, I mean, we really, really appreciate you coming on. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Learned a lot about you. I only really got to see your work here recently, and I'm really enjoying it a lot.
I'm happy to hear that you've done some research, because I was a little curious on how all that was going to work out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, dig into your streams, see what you do, see how much ASMR not do.
Need to get a little bit more into it, I think.
And yeah, I just want to say thank you again, OnFire, and just for being the person you are, and for putting up with me for the past 3 years, and also agreeing to do this interview at so short notice. Literally a day ago, I asked you, "Hey, what time and date?"
Sometimes that's all it takes, But absolutely, I support you guys in whatever you do, just like I have always supported you in what you do. So
yeah, and vice versa. I've supported you 100% in everything that you've done, buddy.
I appreciate it.
So long silent movies, the quiet dances on the screen. So long to burning slowly, smelling sweat and kerosene. And all the actors on the stage are rolling cigarettes and whispering so low. Call my parents up, tell them I'm not coming home. So long silent movies, to waking early, staying late. I think I'll head on down to Reno and try my hand at real estate. And I'll fix up a Cadillac and find a girl who likes to dance so slow. Call my parents up, tell them I'm already home. 'Cause I swear I've seen my share of black and white. And I swear this screen never.
Don't forget you can catch OnFire53 over on twitch.tv/OnFire53 and on Twitter at OnFire53Gaming. We will also put all this information down below in the post description below this episode. On our next cast, our special guest streamer will be Sodmus. This should be a really interesting interview, guys, so please stay tuned for our next episode. Once again, a massive thank you to OnFire53 for being our guest. Thank you for listening, and until next time, peace.
Thanks for listening to Behind the Streams. Be sure to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube.